guys, what's going on? Jefferson here, bringing you another Raiders for God communion meditation. Today's communion meditation is from one of my fellow teammates and wide receiver, Seth Goshorn. He's going to give you his testimony, and I'm sure it'll be great. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you'll have a blessed day.
Hey everybody, my name is Seth Goshorn. I'm a junior at the University of Mount Union. I play football, and I'm a wide receiver. Today, I was asked by Jefferson Lee to give a little bit of a testimony and kind of talk about my journey and my walk with God. So I'm going to do my best to keep it short, but here it goes. I grew up in a small town. We graduated about 140 kids in my graduating class. So kind of like everybody knows everybody type of thing. Growing up, I was always religious. Went to church with my family, my mom, my brother, and me every Sunday. But it wasn't really until high school that I really felt like that I was becoming closer with God personally. Like I'd go to church, whatever, but it wasn't until then that I really thought, hey, me and God are going to have this special relationship. And that really started to happen for me, I'd say, about my sophomore year. I became really interested in church and going to Bible study because of my friend Drew Prendergast. He was a year older than me, played football. Me and him, we'd always read our Bibles and stuff together after practice on Thursday nights before games and everything. His grandma, I remember, would always give us these little prayer cloths that we would put in our cleats to keep us safe and cool stuff like that. But my journey personally, I would say, really started my sophomore year. I'd only played football for 2 years before that, and I was kind of frustrated because I was one of those kids who, I wouldn't get in until like the fourth quarter if we were up by a lot or down by a lot, or even the fifth quarter, which is like something they made up for the backups to get to go in, get to play, go home, tell mom you got to actually play in the game or whatever. So that's kind of where I was, and I'd been there since my 8th grade year was the first year I played football, so I basically did the same thing then. 9th grade was the same thing, and then halfway through my sophomore year, I was actually able to starting some JV games. I was like, man, this is awesome, So I really started, just working out really hard and praying a lot, me and Andrew, and God he led me in this direction of like, if you're going to give everything that you have and you're going to be willing to give the glory to me, then I'm going to allow you to do great things. So I worked really hard. My junior year, I was in like the same spot, basically, like started all the JV games, played special teams on varsity, and I was like, all right, senior year, this is going to be my year. I'm going to get to start. Everything was lining up good. The head coach really liked me, and then our head coach actually ended up taking a principal job at one of our rival high schools. So I'm like, oh man, come on, God, like this is supposed to be my big year. I was supposed to get to start and everything. So it was really challenging because now I was like, man, we're gonna have a new coach. He's not gonna know me. I'm just gonna be another person to him. No prior knowledge of what I can do or how hard I work. So whenever we got our new coach, I kind of just had to go and improve everything. And at the beginning, they had some freshmen up there, and it was me and him. We were battling out for the spot, and I ended up winning the starting job in camp at one of the receiver spots. It was me, the kid who went Division I, another kid who went Division III, and then another kid who would have went to Division III if he went to college, but he didn't have the grades. And then I was supposed to be the fourth receiver because we ran a spread. And practice starting all through camp and everything. We get to week 1, our first week. We get out there and I don't get to start. The coach's son gets to start. He started him over me, and I'm like, man, like, come on, like, I'm a senior, like, I showed you what I can do, like, what more can I do? I'm like, come on, God, like, the good news is I got in, like, the second or third series of the game, played the rest of the game, but I was just like, man, why can't you just let me start? Like, I didn't get it, but, just got to persevere, and basically throughout the year, that went on, like, I wouldn't get to start, but I would play almost all the games, and, I think I ended up starting like 7 out of our 11 games or something like that. But whenever it became crunch time, we ended up winning all of our regular season games, going 10-0, which was amazing because that had only been done a couple times in our school's history. Got to play in a playoff game. Our school had only played in, I think, like a handful up until then. So playing in a playoff game my senior year at home against a really good team. The quarterback's going Division I, so it's like a big matchup. And you know, I had the best game of my career. I had like 3 or 4 catches, 40 yards, like nothing great, and I was just like so thankful that I was given an opportunity. And basically, I learned that you just got to keep your eyes on God, and He knows what's best for you. He has a plan for you, and if you just stay focused on what He wants, sometimes you're not going to see what He's trying to do with you. You might be like, man, God, like I had this planned out. This isn't how it was supposed to be. But God knows. God has a plan. He has an idea for you. He knows how He's going to use you to help, show how great He truly is. So that was kind of amazing because, I'd always write Bible verse on my eye black and my wrist and stuff, and it was really cool because I just loved like being able to be a tool that He could use to help show His love through me. So that was really awesome. Ended up getting recruited by Mount, then able to come here and play, and it's been a blessing. I haven't got to play a lot, but I mean every day just being able to wake up and just go out and do something I love, that itself's a blessing, and to help those around me. And Fellowship of Christian Athletes, I'm one of the leaders of that. I have been since my freshman year, which is pretty crazy. And it's just really great to see that God can take something. I started out from basically nothing. It was me and my mom and my brother growing up, and my mom's working 2 and 3 jobs all the time. I got a job when I was 17. I've worked there since that. I'm like 21 now. So, it's been tough. It hasn't been easy, but if you keep your eyes focused on God, He's going to do great things with you. So, if there's one thing I can leave you with, it's, just keep your eyes on Him. And if you think that things aren't going how they're supposed to because you think you know how they're supposed to go, just know that God has a bigger plan, and in the end, it's going to work out. Work hard at everything you do, because in life, it's not really always important about working for someone else. It's important to work hard in everything, but it's so much easier to work hard whenever you're picturing you're doing the work for the Lord. So, I mean, I won't keep you guys long, but I really appreciate this opportunity, and God bless.